All right, Nestor Icaza in the house, man. Literally.
Doing
How's it
it.
going, brother?
Good, good, man. Just here, hanging out, sheltering in place.
Yeah, sip, I call it. Yeah, man. Gosh, who would have known the last time you and I saw each other that there would be this going on and that we wouldn't be able to go have massive amounts of coffee face to face, yeah?
I know.
Dude, New World Order, yeah? NWO
Yep.
happening as we speak. So tell me what I mean, look, you're one of the top producers, right? And of your company and you've been a guy that's had just a tremendous amount of hustle. I see how much you hustle for your clients and how they love you, man. And I just gotta ask, I mean, how's that panning out right now with all this going on and the 6 feet minimum
Yeah.
of social distancing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of past clients reaching out. A lot of past clients asking questions,
Mm,
um, telling me their situations. Uh, Obviously, people want to talk to people because they're not seeing them, they're not hanging out. So
yeah, yeah.
all my past clients have been reaching out saying, "Hey, letting me know how their job status is, or I'm reaching out to them asking, hey, are you still working? Are you doing good? How's the family, everything?" But people have questions. They want to know whether they can stop making payments on their mortgages, and I'm like, hey, man,
Hmm.
just keep making your payments until you absolutely can't. You know, uh,
Right. That's the key
yeah,
because this is not about strategic defaulting, folks, because don't make this economy worse than it already is taking a hit. That's not what this is for. This is intended for people who genuinely have lost their jobs and cannot make the payment. So if you can make the payment, please make that payment. And I'm not advocating for banks, and we can get into all the politics of that. I'm just talking about just economic wise. Look, we're going to go through a very tough period. We're going to continue to. It's going to take some time. It's not going to be as fast as people think. So
right.
please don't make it harder than it is. So thank you for bringing that up, Nestor.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, because these are the things my clients are asking me. They're like, hey,
Yeah.
and I'm telling them the same thing. The deal my bank gave me is like, hey, we can defer your payments up to 6 months, but after 6 months, it's all due. So I don't want to be in that situation. So I'm gonna make my payment.
Yeah.
And I
Cool.
advise them the same thing. Same that's gonna roll downhill to the tenants. So the tenants have to pay as much as they can, right?
Yeah, because there's two sides of the coin, right? I mean, if you own rental property, and let's not demonize people who own property. Some people are going, "Oh, they're rich. Well, they deserve to not get their payments." Come on, people work very, very hard. Are there people out there that didn't work so hard to get their stuff? Yeah, but for the most part, I think most people work very hard to get to where they're at. So if they're wealthy, most likely it's not because they hit the lottery or somebody knocked on their door with Publishers Clearinghouse money, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So you mentioned to me that you had a client who decided, you know what, I'm just selling. I just want to get out of here, and even you take care of all moving all my stuff.
Yeah. So that's kind of
That's crazy.
new things that I'm seeing is I had this listing agreement signed back in January, right?
Okay.
But my client he's actually an executive. He's a vice president um, at a biotech company, and so his retirement takes 3-4 months, right, for him to retire and find a successor, whatever. So they were thinking that they had time, and then at one point, once the corona really started spreading, they really just wanted to get out of Dodge.
Wow.
At one point, the Bay Area was the epicenter of spread. So they were like,
Yeah.
here are the keys, Nestor. They left everything in the house,
Wow.
went down to San Diego, and they were like, Nestor, pack it, ship it, get it done, get the contractors, and just sell the house, right?
Wow.
And so, usually I get a house vacant and I go in with the contractors and do everything. But this time I had to go from packing to moving to then bringing in the contractors. And then also, these people have valuable items. This is a $2 million house. And so you have to really be careful, make sure everything is done right. And I've never really had to be a part of that process. So it's new learning, adjusting. And, we just ratified on that property this weekend.
Okay.
And interesting thing about that is we ratified off market. So had this been a month into the future, as of May 1st, now we have the clear cooperation policy that was coming down from NAR that says that,
National Association of Realtors, by the way, folks.
right, the National Association of Realtors has now said all properties need to go on market, right? Essentially, that's what they're dictating.
So no
So
more private sales.
no more off-market sales,
Yeah.
no more off-market
What?
marketing.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
Right. So off-market sales can occur if they are within a brokerage, but there's basically no
Outside of the brokerage, no participation.
Right.
Wow.
No marketing, no promotion of listings off market. So, had this been a month in the future, this would have been a problematic sale. And that wasn't our intention, right? But so there's a little bit of problem with that policy coming down the line.
Yeah, it's going to cause yet more disturbance, right? So, what do you tell people out there? And because you've had both buyers and sellers. So, let's do both sides of this coin real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell sellers right now?
If you want to sell, you need to get your house on the market as soon as possible, because you still probably have 95% of your equity left. The title companies are still working. The county recorders are still recording.
Yeah, they're doing e-recordings, most of them.
They're doing e-recording. So it's still essentially operating. The mechanics of real estate are still operating. You're not going to get open houses. You're not going to get a ton of showings. You may get multiple offers still, but it's a lot less likely. And when you do open escrow, if you do get an offer that has a loan, you're looking at a longer timeline, right? Because appraisers are going out pretty much selectively because they're independent contractors and they get to decide whether they want to go out or not.
That's correct.
But I mean, you could probably go into a little more detail on that, right, Ed?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, you guys got to remember that appraisers are human beings. There's no robot, right? So some of them are just afraid to catch the coronavirus when they go to somebody's house, right? It's simple as that. And so that's causing some disturbance. Although Fannie and Freddie are thinking now of using more of what I call AVMs, the automated valuation models, and using more drive-bys and stuff like that because of the circumstances, so that's coming in the pipeline. Lots of changes is going to happen in both of our industries, yours, real estate, and then mine on the lending side, but you're right. Now, on the selling side also, for those that think that they should wait because they think this is going to be over and they're going to go back to being able to get more money, what do you tell that person?
It's really the same thing that we always tell people, right? We know more about what's happening now than we know about the future. And right now, houses are still selling. People are still getting over asking. Multiple offers, questionable. But the mechanics of real estate is still functioning. You're not going to get the open houses. You're not going to get a ton of showings, but there's still opportunistic buyers out in the market. And you're still getting 95% of your price that you had a couple months ago, in my opinion. As time goes on, I think you will see that number get smaller and smaller, and you'll retain less of your equity.
I could not agree with you more. I think that's 100%. Now let's flip it and talk about opportunistic buyers. And I say that very calculatingly because here's the deal. Now, in my opinion, and this isn't marketing or sales, I'm just straight up facts. Now is probably one of the best times to buy. Why? Think about this. There's less traffic, meaning you have less competition.
Right.
There's less people putting in offers. 2, you probably can negotiate a little bit stronger, right? Price right now. And 3, rates are still low. They're super low. And granted, they fluctuate every single day, right? They go up, they go down, they go up and go down, which, that's a different video that I'm going to do on how to be a technical ninja and ride those waves and how to get a really great rate in these very volatile times. That's totally separate. But rates in general are still super low. I call that the trifecta.
Right.
Traffic is great for a buyer, right? Negotiating power is great and rates are great. What are you going to wait for everybody to come back and blow all that up,
Yeah,
now's
exactly.
the time. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. That's exactly what it is. I mean, especially if you're an essential worker, you're really in the driver's seat because your
Good
job is
point.
secured.
That's
Um,
right. That's a great point, Nestor.
exactly.
Especially if you're an essential worker. I didn't think about that, but you're right. Look,
Mhm.
not everybody's getting laid off, and unfortunately, people are losing jobs, and man, it's gut wrenching, right? Because they have families, they got dreams, they got hopes, and that's awful. But essential workers, not everybody's getting laid off, and those who are in a position to be able to, now is a really great time.
In our market, especially, a lot of the technology companies are insulated from this because they're all working from home. So a lot of those people, they're able to, retain most of their income. So for them, it's a great time to buy because the buyer pool has gotten smaller. Not just because people don't want to go out and see homes. A lot of people that were on the fence, this either pushed them one way or the other, right? Some people were like, okay,
Yeah,
this is the sign that I needed to not buy, or this is the time, strike while the iron is hot. Um, and then you also have the people that were going to use stock money to purchase,
yeah,
and they're not going to probably want to do that anymore
yeah. Or
because
or not going to be able to, right? Because it
right,
dried up. Yeah,
exactly.
good point. Hey, Nestor, how do people get a hold of you, man? Do you have a business card you can show people, or give them your info?
Uh, do I have a business card I can show? This is an old picture. It's just laying around here. So let me.
Perfect. There you go.
Is it inverse because it's on a video?
No, it's not, but bring it up. Bring it up a little bit more, closer to the camera so that they can see it. There you go. Go down. There you go. That's how you can get a hold of him. This guy is a total monster. He's an ace. If you have any other questions, or you're looking to sell your home, or you're looking to buy a property, give this guy a call, because him and I have a lot of experience working together, and I can vouch for him that he's really, really the real deal. All right,
Absolutely.
Nestor. Thanks again, man. And let's do another video. Let's get some more metrics. Let's do
Yeah. So
some actual technical information next time. You and I will talk offline. All right, guys.
definitely
Stay indoors, stay
hit
safe,
the
and stay healthy.
subscribe button. Hit the
Yeah.
subscribe.
By the way, thank you for the reminder. We're running everything through YouTube now, so please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell button so that way it notifies you every time we drop some new
Yeah.
content. Have a great day. Take
Thank
care.
you, everybody. Thank you, Ed.